Katy Perry, who is a singer, and her husband, I believe his name is Orlando Bloom, bought the Bragg's apple cider vinegar company, and they have teamed up with Bill Gates and now are using his A-Pill apples. Now, let me sort of educate the audience a little bit about what A-Pill is, A-P-E-E-L. It uses monosaccharides and disaccharides, which are byproducts of all oil processing, the byproducts of soybean oil, canola oil, which are very harmful to the body. And these byproducts are trans fats. This is really important. Trans fats in most countries, all of Europe, are banned. And the reason why they're banned is because they cause coronary heart disease. What's your position as somebody who understands the land, respects the land, who's growing, showing people how to grow? What's your position on watching somebody buy this amount of land with that type of intention behind it?
All right, it's a little bit switch, man. Like I heard from Dr. Bryce, man. He a cool doctor. He's an advocate for eating healthier and eating naturally, and he's a vegan. Been vegan for about 5 years. So we done a few videos on him, and I watch his stuff a lot. But he had an interesting take on this. As you see, one of the biggest billionaires of all time, about Mr. Bill Gates. He made a power move, and he bought, acres on acres and acres of land, and he's acquired one of the biggest mass producers of apple cider, which is the Bragg Company. And he's switching up some things to where he's using artificial. That means simulated ones, maybe simulated, I want to call that, apples. As you see, they're not real apples. They contain pesticides that are in the future gonna, make a lot of damage to our body. And what he said, trans fats are in them. There's a reason why a lot of countries they ban trans fats because it's harmful to our body. And as you see in America, so they don't care about no trans fat, man. It's almost in everything that we eat is trans fat. For now, they put it in the apples, which is crazy. So, what do y'all think? It's a two-parter to this one, man. How y'all feel about America? Not caring about us and having trans fat in a lot of our foods, including the apples now. And how you feel about Mr. Gates? This is like a switch up. Mr. Gates acquiring this type of company. I mean, what are they trying to do to the food, man? What do y'all think about this? It's like a mixture of fitness and finance, I guess, with this one, man. So what y'all think?
If you haven't been living under a rock, like Bill Gates is seemingly I'm not gonna throw my conspiracy theories out there. He's a seemingly real shady dude, bro. He speaks unapologetically about population control and other social issues and whatnot. And if his name is attached to anything, don't sign me up for it, like, at all, because he clearly he doesn't like how many people there are on Earth. But as far as the U.S., man, it's crazy. They even have the information out there now, but it's like, what can we really do outside growing our own food and learning how to grow our own food to not ingest any of this poison? I mean, the pesticides and stuff they're putting on food to just make it, preserve it the shelf life of it a little bit longer. It is harmful to us, but it's like, you don't know how much you just taking in, like, on a daily basis. It is fucked up. It is fucked up because America, we are the premium capitalistic society. So anything for $1, we go stretch the product, we go step on it like 3-4 times, and repackage it up and sell it as if it's the pure. So it's just like the drug game. It's dirty. It's dirty, man.
Dirtier than the drug game.
yeah, dirtier. I ain't gonna get into all that, but
I saw not to be too controversial, but ain't this something that we should be voting on and voting against and stuff? For one thing,
I look, man. Awesome question, Trey. Awesome. I've looked that up. I honestly, through my research, and it's something where, honestly, I can't find anything on it. I think it comes down to where the board is not something that we can kind of elect, like on the county or state or even the federal side. I think it's not what we can even vote on. But I think it's something where it goes to the level where it's like the OSHA and the FDA but they're almost, they say they private. They say they private trade, but it's like they're owned by the government, but they say they private. So most stuff you can't really vote on it. I
The
think it
post office
comes
is
down
like
to
that too.
where it's like almost a private thing where it's like certain grocery stores can opt into selling it. So it's not illegal, but it's on the decision of like the grocery store if they decide to do it. Now we all decide to be like, we're not gonna go to that grocery store because you're selling that trans fat, then we can probably do something about it. But that was a good question. I've looked and I can't find anything. Because y'all realize the food thing never comes up on any type of voting or nothing like that.
No.
So go
It has.
ahead.
It has.
It has?
And it has, and it's been in the chamber for a while now that I have. They recently, I believe it was in either Tennessee or Kentucky, they
Wow.
were voting, and they have agreed in one, I believe it's Tennessee, they agreed to put the jab into the produce. So now people are still injecting the jab unknowingly, and it was only one person, one guy. I say guy because it was a room full of men voting for this. Uh,
What?
One guy who was standing up like, well, doesn't
I
that
think
go
I read
against,
that.
like, you know, like, doesn't that go against like everything that we standing for right now? Like, you have freedom of choice. No, it's not a choice now. Like, you don't know what tomato you like. They starting it off in lettuce, tomatoes, onions, that type of stuff in produce. They're introducing it. So, like, this is really crazy. This is really
That's
crazy.
wild.
The government is really doing whatever the hell they want to do when it comes to our health, man. And it really, you cannot tell me that it's not to keep us in a certain condition.
It is. I think it is. Let me ask y'all a question. Since we talk about what's going on in this country, we see a lot of things that we don't like. I mean, we ain't got to do all the categories, but we talk about this one now. They're controlling the food. If y'all had the money and y'all could, would y'all leave America and go somewhere that bans all this stuff?
You said the key thing. If I had the money, I'd come back.
I mean,
I'd come back because I like my country. I
Mhm.
like to be in Houston. I like to be in Miami. I like to
yeah.
be in LA. I like to be in those developed cities. But I probably
Tell you
would.
the truth. Um, it's a lag. Were you still talking? Sometimes it's a lag. I don't mean to cut y'all off. It'd be like a lag sometimes. Were you talking?
Yeah, I don't know how much you didn't hear though. So go ahead.
Now I heard the end. Sometimes I've been realizing looking at the replays that I don't even mean to cut y'all off, but on my side, it seemed like y'all stopped, and then all of a sudden it'd be like y'all be keep talking. So I just want to make sure.
No,
I thought you was doing that on purpose.
No, that's what, bruh. I was watching some lives. I was like, bruh, I won't cut them off. I said, bro, on my side it was quiet. So man, I gotta wait an extra. I'm gonna wait like an extra 2 seconds or 3 more seconds after I think y'all stop talking, and then I'm gonna go.
yeah. But yeah, I think I would. I waited 2 seconds before I started talking again. I think I would. I mean, if I had money, I would have several homes in a lot of different places, land everywhere,
Yeah,
all
that
7
part.
continents if I could, except
That
Australia. I ain't
part.
going to Australia for shit. All them spiders and shit. But
Or Antarctica.
oh yeah, or Antarctica. Nah, we ain't doing Antarctica. We ain't even doing Alaska. Fuck that. Um, yeah, I would. I think I would. I have a
Absolutely.
dream of just, waking up and going
Just
to
go
my
wherever
mango
you
tree in
want.
the backyard and eating a
Yeah.
mango every morning or a fucking avocado or something like that.
Or just go into like being sovereign, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't actually cost, but it takes a lot of processing and knowledge. We have to get Dr. Utley, Robert Utley on here for that. But being sovereign to where you're not under the same jurisdiction as, being a citizen of America, but you're capable, how they, you have like diplomatic immunity and stuff like that.
Be careful, Trey. They will cut us off. You sharing too much good knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean,
My bad.
At the same time, though, My bad, G. Before you start.
No, I see. I'm trying to time it right. I don't know if y'all still going or not.
Nah.
So that's maybe something on my end because it seems like I'm the only one with the lag. So I gotta figure out on my end.
Maybe
Still
because you kind of like the host of this whole thing, but
No, I am still on the 2009 MacBook. Remember, so that might be
hey,
it
me too, bro. You ain't alone. But at the same time, the grass ain't always green on the other side. You know,
That's
it's
true.
gonna be wherever you live. It's gonna be things you like about it, things you don't like about it. You know, and you know, a lot of other places in the world, you don't have the freedoms that you do have here. You know, if you you know, other country you smoke weed, you doing time there, like you doing hard time, like 10 years. You know, you seen the Brittany Griner situation. I know over in I think over in Dubai, if you smoke weed, that's like hard time over there. So
You can't even be a certain noise level in Dubai. You can't. If you out there yelling and stuff, they can get locked up for it.
yeah, they don't tolerate no ratchetness or nothing like that. It's all about respect and moderateness. So yeah.
man. True. I mean, I think I'm good now. All right, true. I'm gonna say something that I mean it might be a little bit different, but honestly, I don't think if you want to be here, um, you wouldn't be here. I mean, it don't we all make money. We go just pick up and leave. They have even different credit schemes over there. So I've seen plenty of channels and people that just pick up and leave. I don't think on that part it's just our decision to do it. But as far as because personally, I've said on here, I don't think I'm gonna be in America forever. I think partly not because I just don't like it here. I mean, I'm from America. That's all I know. So I'm not saying I just don't like it here. But I'm just a as I'm getting older, I'm an outside thinker, man. There's a big world out there, and I want to be able to explore it as much as I can. So I think
Yeah.
that living abroad could be different. Even having a dual citizenship. Maybe I'll be here citizen in Dubai or be in Switzerland. But I'm not gonna be here for forever ever. I'm gonna bounce back and forth because God got a lot of blessings coming. And I know it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I think redoing my research, like I said, I ain't never been there. But I've been seeing a lot of research that there's some better places out there for us to go that they don't really put all that stuff in our food. The crime ain't as bad. Education system is a lot better. I think it's a
Free
fallacy that
healthcare.
we think that America is just the best country. I mean, I think we're one of the freest. I probably think that. But as far as the best country, I don't know if it's the best because I don't think we all never lived anywhere else. So, but the
Yeah.
food thing is getting crazy. Food thing is getting crazy. They like you said, Trey. They putting the jab, and now we putting all types of stuff in the food and all that stuff. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
allowed to import any seeds. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want
Yeah.
to get like real stuff from like the original continents of these things, like I think I told y'all about breadfruit and how powerful that was, and that's over in the I think it's in Saint Kitts. It's in the Saint Islands. Um, and it was like, yeah, that's one of the things that you could bring back liquor. You can bring back some paraphernalia like weed. They ain't gonna go too crazy about it. Unless you got a large amount.
Yeah, you can put that 3.5 on the carry on. I'm not
You know what
giving
I'm
y'all
saying?
advice or nothing.
No
you know.
advice, you do what you do, take it at will. Um, but yeah, you try to bring back some type of food product, you might get slammed to the ground. No, sir, that is not allowed. Like, hey,
You
I
gonna
just
bring
wanted to
some healthy
input.
food here?
I can't import like actual tomato seeds with no what is GMOs or whatever all of them letters. Them letters I'm against too. You know what I mean? Like all these labels that got hidden meanings and stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's an obvious play, and we even covered it a little bit where if you look at the same, like, okay, a bag of chips,
Mm-hmm.
a bag of Doritos here, and a bag of, I talk to people globally. So a bag of Doritos, even just in Canada, a bag of Doritos, right next to our neighbors, they have such a smaller list of ingredients.
hmm
And it's like that's it's crazy. Why
I
does my
think
bag look like this?
I was watching some content where they said the more ingredients you see in the product, the more it's bad shit in there. if it's a bunch of words you don't understand, you probably shouldn't be consuming a lot of it. And I see a lot of words I can't pronounce or spell. So
Mm-hmm.
even like they said over in I think another you know prime example is that like over in the UK and other countries, like the McDonald's menu is totally different. Fries don't taste the same. The meat don't taste the same. Like everywhere you go, it's just us. It's just us with all this crack in our food.
All of what we allow now. I think America is great. To answer your question, G, uh, it would be similar to what Keith said. Like, I want to be not so much a wanderlust, but pretty much a wanderlust. I don't want to be like barefoot hitchhiking and stuff. Like, but I do want to be able to just, oh, I'm gonna go to my house over here, or I'm gonna go, this season is good over there. I'm going over there, but I'm in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to just go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting that's what my goal is. Let me just go. I can be remote anywhere, um, and figure it out. And I got a few spots I've already started looking into, and like pricing wise, it's like, yo, you could get all of this over here for this amount.
Yeah, it's a no brainer. It's a
They
no
use
brainer.
different materials. Like, uh, a lot of houses in different areas, they get tremors and earthquakes and weather and all that stuff, and their houses don't just shatter or break away. Like, anytime we get heavy rain now, it don't even got to be heavy rain and it's flooding. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, like, it's like, what are y'all focused on? What are
Yeah.
y'all focused on? That's why I don't like do government, because it's like, dang, like, you're limited as to what you have a say on, but you're gonna say that I have a say on everything. And then it's like, okay, well, what are y'all actually doing? Even if I give my say, what are y'all actually doing? And then it's like, okay, well, we gonna reconstruct this. I've been paying attention just a little bit, like, I think it's our governor. He just signed, I think it was 88 bills to be passed. And I'm like, 88? I didn't know it was that many to be looked at. Like, what bills did you just sign? Now I got to go pay attention. I'm like, yo, one of it was
Trying
to,
to make me read.
one of them, though, I did look into, and this is why G keep telling us to pay attention to stuff. Uh, he vetoed a bill that was going to increase taxes in this state. So shout out to him for that. Stuff like that. It's just like, yo, like, where y'all just coming up with whatever, and then it's like we just got to sit back and look. It's another gamble that I'm not interested
At all, man.
And
We
that's probably
gotta,
just state.
we
That
got
probably was
to.
just state taxes. I mean, the federal going up.
you know what
No, man. We gonna have to stay more informed, man. We gonna have to start. This is what this podcast for. We need to start. I think we have a. I know I'm skipping back and forth, but I want to rephrase my sentence. I think we have a, responsibility with this podcast in another round where I think we need to start researching some of this stuff and letting the people know, man.
hmm
Yeah,
If we see that it's gonna be an election and they talking about certain things, we need to start informing some of these guys to be like, hey, if y'all don't like this, man, maybe y'all need to go downtown to the office and start to vote on this. Make sure you got y'all voters' rights. Everything is all in order for you to be able to start talking, man. Because it only moves unless the men are the majority and they want to be able to change certain things. So I think that I'm taking upon all of us, man. We're gonna start getting more informed, man. We getting smarter with a few things. I think we need to read up on that stuff so we can go on this podcast and be like, hey, they voting on this in about 6 months, man. Do you like that, bro? Do you like that for your family? Or do you like this thing, man? Hey, I think you need to go downtown and vote on this day, man.
You're gonna be on the
So
campaign.
we
yeah.
can do
Well,
some research on some of this stuff, man. For real.
So yeah, I
yeah.
would like to live in other places. I have experienced, even if it was for a brief moment, I have stayed in other countries. Um, and a heads up, behind the scenes, I'll be gone next month too. Um, but I also love the freedom of choice in America. There is other like restrictions because before you go any other country, please try to get a general briefing of what is accepted, what is different, because there's a lot of things that, is not tolerated. Um, but I do like the freedom of choice in America. You pretty much can choose to do whatever. I mean, it has gone askew because because if you can do whatever, a lot of people are doing whatever, and it's like, hold on now, let's get some stability. But I do like the fact that you can, and I think that's the superpower of what America presents, is like you can start a business, you can grow and develop, you can outshine the master, you can become, like you can literally do whatever it is that you put your mind to over here with less worry or stipulation of guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. When it comes to like opportunities to build wealth, I think that's where America probably reigns supreme. Like
Mhm.
with the openness of the stock market, we kind of slow on the decentralized finance, but we will have to because the world moving in that direction. And yeah, when it comes to building wealth, I think America is like the greatest opportunistic country when it comes to
Mhm.
that. I don't know, really. I'm pretty sure there are other things out there like I know Japan, China have their own stock market and everything like that. But yeah, that's what I like about here. Just land of
Yeah.
opportunity.
They got some. Yeah, the Asian side and the London side, United Kingdom. They got some good stock markets out there. So hey,
Mhm.
it's all in what we know, man. But before we go to the next topic, y'all got anything on else y'all want to say to the people?
Yeah, not that we were talking about politics, but I think politics is all a big distraction and a tool to divide.
Mm,
Not to sound cliche, left, right,
it's true.
blue, red, Republican,
Democrat.
Democrat, conservative, liberal. That's all to like tug at your emotions and divide you on shit
Yeah.
that probably really doesn't matter. Like all these social issues in the news is shit that doesn't really matter. It's like always follow the money. Follow the money. You probably can't go wrong following the money. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well,
Green. Everybody speaks to in America. Everybody speaks the color of green
I'm
and
gonna
blues.
say I'm gonna say that I know it's getting tricky. Please, yes, you should start learning about growing your own. It's actually not that hard to grow and harvest produce. So, as you can see, it seems the produce is the main target. Um, so let's start learning more about agriculture. We used to, I know I did. I grew up around all of them. I got 13 aunts and uncles. It's a big family, and all of them are grounded in agriculture, country. They know how to grow their own stuff. Each house has something different: a pear tree, a almond tree. This one growing potatoes, this one growing cucumbers, this one growing tomatoes, this one got the onions, and we would literally go to each other's house and just get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Here go your pears, here go your apples, whatever. I think I know we need to get back to that. If you got any, and it doesn't take a lot, even in the apartments, I see more people in the apartments that are planting. It's mainly tomatoes and cucumbers that I
hmm
see.
hmm
But I see more people in apartments doing this off of their balconies, off of their patios, off of their window sills, whatever. It doesn't take a lot, and these things obviously can grow pretty much in any condition. So let that be your starting point. Let's get our thumbs green too. We need green thumbs. so that we can start taking control of our health, actually knowing, even in, and you'll learn more about this as I was learning about this, is like, what these things are doing is, we never think about replenishing the soil. So when something grows, it has all of that nutrients. It came from the dirt. It came from the soil. So you'll start learning things like that. You start learning about composting and replenishing the soil, giving back to the earth for it to continue to give to you.